This month, we'll be talking about different species of bugs and insect populations starting to decline and carbon dioxide emissions seeming to lower due to the lockdown. When I say the word bug, what do you think about? Maybe you're scared of them and imagine their big creepy eyes. And I'm sure that some of you have arachnophobia, the fear of spiders or other eight-legged insects. Others might think of magnificent butterflies, mantises, and maybe even moths. These are an important aspect of life as well, as they help pollinate our fruits and flowers to help them reproduce. These bees and other insects that help pollinate are an important aspect of life. The plants that the insects pollinate are also an important part of the food web. Unfortunately, the population of these animals have been dying due to global warming and an increased amount of greenhouse gases emitted in the atmosphere. In areas where it was incredibly hot or farms used pesticides and other chemicals, the abundance of insects compared to other places was a whopping 50% lower. Not only that, a quarter of the original species have disappeared from the farms. Why is this bad? Mosquitoes are insects and they have killed a lot of people due to the spreading of disease and viruses. Insects are actually very misunderstood. They help us and our ecosystems in many different ways. I had talked about them helping us pollinate our plants before, but they can also help us decompose waste and keep our planet clean. These insects are also part of our food web. Many different animals eat them often, and when they disappear, the animals that usually eat the insects will die, and everything will break down. Thus, the next time you see a spider in your room, instead of killing it, put it outside so it can be in its original habitat. Now we'll talk about greenhouse gases emissions in 2020 compared to the years before due to the lockdown. After some analysis, scientists have found that carbon dioxide emissions dropped 10.6% compared to the year before. This data was skewed up due to the lockdown as people hardly drove around to places and didn't travel at all. In 2021, the carbon emissions came back to about 6.2%. Surprisingly, in 2020, the carbon emissions only fell about a tenth compared to the year before, and this was when almost no one went anywhere. Transportation takes a lot of carbon emissions, and it fell about 13% in 2020. If we continue at this rate, we'll miss our goal of getting less than 50% greenhouse gas emissions than 2005 by 2030. This month, I want to talk about an amazing invention to help the environment. Microplastics are contaminating the ocean, and it's hard to see them because of their minuscule size. An inventor and scientist named Matteo Bruscelli created an addition to any boat which can catch microplastics in the ocean. There are two different things: a fender so that boats don't bump into each other, and a filter for the water. This shows that you could basically build almost everything if you set your mind to it. This has been an Audrey for Care Environmental News Report. I hope you have a safe and healthy month. See you tomorrow.